morning, everybody, and welcome to the vlog. How's your day starting? Go down in the comments and let me know something awesome about you guys. In the meantime, I've got two really quick clutches. The ball pythons I've got to hatch. Ironically enough, the exact same pairing. It was kind of a little bit of a weird pairing, not necessarily overly exciting, but they were both het ghost females. So just normal looking ball pythons that are heifer ghosts. And for some reason, we just bred them to a calico because calicos are awesome. And we thought, let's just produce some more calicos. Regardless, let's just jump into it. The first one is this little boob egg here, which of course is just a slightly uncalcified egg that has a weird appendage. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can tell if there's a calico or if there's a normal. Now the calico is a codominant trait, and right off the rip, yep, right there, we can see a calico. And basically that calico has got kind of a lot of orange and pink in it. And as they get a little size, that orange and pink turns white. So the first one we hit is going to probably be small because it came from a boob egg, but it was a calico. So that's a good way to start. Let's go ahead and cut this last egg in this clutch, and then we'll go over and cut this next clutch. I think there's 5 or 6 eggs in that one. So we'll see what we have. Again, I wouldn't expect that I would get anything other than normals that are possible het ghosts and calicos that are possible het ghosts. But we will see what happens because you never know. Could be surprised. Let's see what we have here. Okay, this one is just absolutely just a normal ball python. You don't see that high pink or orange in the side. So we got one calico for sure and one normal. That's it for this clutch. Let's move on to the next. And I actually lied. There's 7 eggs in this clutch. Again, I wouldn't assume that we're going to get anything more than calicos and normals, all possible hets. But once again, you can always be hopeful, right? Never know what's going to happen. First egg and a calico. All right, again, it's kind of a little bit hard to tell inside the egg, but with that orange and pink and reduction of pattern, 100% that's a calico, and they're absolutely beautiful. And again, that calico just is that white in the side. Mixed with other morphs, they can be incredible, but I am excited that we've got a couple really beautiful calicos too, so I'm really happy about that. Let's move on to this next egg. Yeah, it looks like just a normal ball python that's probably a possible het ghost. Doesn't look like anything that special there. Let's move on. Another egg. Let's hope we get a bunch of calicos because I love calicos. There's no doubt about it. Yep, another calico right there. And again, you can just see that bright orange and pinks in them. These are going to be really, really nice calicos. Then they can be really polymorphic too. Some calicos have a little bit of white, some have a lot of white. And again, all that orange and pink are going to eventually turn white as they get older. Let's see if we get some more calicos. All right, what do we got here? Nope, that's just a normal ball python, possible het for ghost. Egg number 5. Let's see what we got. Gosh, I love cutting. I hope you guys aren't getting bored with me cutting snake eggs because we got a lot of eggs to still cut this year, and it's just an exciting time of the year for sure. Again, another normal ball python here that's possible het for ghosts. So we got a couple good calicos and then a few pos het ghosts. Let's hope our odds kind of work out on the backside because I should get about half the animals in this clutch should be calico. Yep, that's another calico right there. All right, so now we're evened up, 3 apiece. What are we going to do with this last egg? We're going to get a calico or a normal. Let's hope it's a calico, right? I always like to beat the odds whenever possible. We'll see what we got. Last egg of the day. And yes, a beautiful calico. Ooh, doggy. So we beat the odds. We ended up with 4 calicos, 3 possible hets in this clutch, and a calico and a possible het in the other clutch. So all in all, the odds were exactly perfect. A little bit lean towards calicos, so what a way to start the day. Let's get the rest of the day going. Back in the dungeon once again. So, Kelsey, what do we have today?
We have a yellow-bellied bred to a pastel kingspin.
Oh, nice. Not that bad. That's going to be a pretty good clutch. Let's go ahead and pull it and see what we got here. Nice yellow-bellied. Oh, one little boob egg hanging out there. Let's see what's going on. Mama looks like she's curled around some nice eggs right now, so that's pretty good. Let's see what she's got. Oh, look, another little boob egg there.
She's a small lady.
Oh, yeah. Look at her. She doesn't have a big clutch. That's a pretty tiny little clutch, but still not too bad.
No, these are all good. We'll take that.
Oh, yeah. We'll take fertile eggs. No problem. So, looks like we have 5 total eggs. Got a couple little boob eggs here, uncalcified nubs right there, but it looks good. And again, the fact that that yellow belly is codominant, not to mention the pastel kingspin has all kinds of mutations in it. A pastel kingspin yellow belly is going to be absolutely ridiculous if we get lucky. With 5 eggs, not a lot of odds there, but fingers crossed. Who knows? Maybe we'll get 5 pastel kingspin yellow bellies. So I'm going to keep positive on this one. As always, Kelsey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Got a couple quick, oh my gosh, that way I don't know what kind of word that was. Got a couple quick Colubrid clutches to pull. This is actually a double het leucistic scaleless rat that has a few good eggs and it looks like a couple slugs. And it's actually bred to this crazy monkey right here, which is of course a leucistic scaleless Texas rat snake that I always love. But let's go ahead and see what this girl has going on here. She's a really pretty animal. I mean, look at all the high reds in there and stuff. Ooh, don't you bite me, mama. It's okay. Looks like we have a handful of good eggs and some slug eggs too, which is a little bit of a bummer. But hey, you know what? Second clutches go that route. So definitely looks like this is a good egg here. This is a good egg here. Looks like we got 2 good eggs over here, which we will candle real quick. And then the rest of the clutch looks like it's all infertile. A whole bunch of 2, 4, 6, 8 infertile eggs. So 4 fertile, 8 infertile. And again, it's a double het leucistic scaleless, bred to leucistic scaleless, meaning that half will be leucistic. On average, 1 in 4 will be leucistic scaleless, and then the other will be double het. So regardless, let's go ahead and get these in the incubator, pull the next clutch. Next up is actually a ghost Everglades rat snake. It's actually bred to this beautiful ghost right here, which is really a white-sided. And again, I've said this before that they originally were called ghosts, but most people call them white-sided Everglades now. And of course, we work with the albino white-sideds, which are really cool too. Oh yeah, it looks like it's a good clutch of eggs for a second clutch. Oh, nah, there's some sluggers in there. Let's go ahead and get mama out of here without getting bitten. It's okay, mama. And again, just that second clutch. And I find that later in the year, the worse the fertility gets, right? And I talked about that whole thing with, like, you know, the spermatogenesis and how the longer it goes, the sperm actually gets worse. So well, obviously later in the year, I don't expect these last clutches to be very good, to be totally honest with you. And this one definitely is not a good clutch. We got 1 egg here. We've got another egg right here that looks like it's fertile. These guys look pretty good right here. Definitely looks like 1 egg here. And I tell you what, I think the rest of these, yep, all the rest of these are sluggers. So not exactly a home run when it comes to eggs so far. That might be it for Colubrids. There's 1 more clutch I thought was getting laid, so I'll check on that. If not, that wraps up the Colubrid eggs. Oh my gosh, guys, I am so excited. I can't even believe I'm as excited as I am. We all know that I have kind of struggled with Verdi from the beginning, right? When I first got her, she was like a week old. She wouldn't eat anything. I mean, I tried everything. She wouldn't eat. Finally, she started eating live chicks, and then she ate live chicks for a while. But it was kind of hard to get live chicks, so she didn't eat as much, but she was still getting going a little bit, but slow growing. And then finally, we started doing the live chicks in the rat choo-choo trains, but still, it's kind of slow going. Well, guess what, guys? Today, she ate her first rat on her own. No chick, no choo-choo train, anything like that. She actually ate a little rat by herself. I could not be more excited. Now I can start putting some size on this girl. So that's right, guys. I mean, I tell you what, it's been a journey, and she still has a long way to go. But the fact that she finally switched over to rodents is just incredible. It's going to mean she's going to start to really grow in size. It's not long that I'll have a huge anaconda. Well, it's going to take a while. But the fact is that we're on the right path. I just wanted to share with you guys how absolutely incredible this is. Got my first tour of the day in. Hey guys, welcome here. So great to meet you guys. Where did you say you're from?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. All right. So anything particular you'd like to see?
I love Lucy.
Lucy, oh my gosh. All right. Well, we'll do the best we can do. I don't know if we can take her out, but we'll do the best we can do. All right.
How you guys doing? We are going through today and checking our list, checking it twice, seeing who's eaten some mice. That was hot fire right there. But all seriousness aside, we're going through, we're gonna check out, we're gonna see who ate, who didn't eat, and we just gotta kind of go through the cage here. See this little guy here, male, so didn't eat. I'm gonna go on my chart and I'm gonna mark that he didn't eat. Now, some of this stuff we'll keep an eye on, but most of the time, this time of the year, the males won't be eating. They'll be trying to breed, and they won't really have food on their mind. So, like I said, just going through, getting the dirty mice out of here, getting some fresh bedding in, things like that, checking waters. I have to check these lay boxes to see if there's any eggs, and let Lori or Brian know, and that's about it.
Super excited to finally be doing the egg hatching camp. It's going to launch today, so I will put a link in the description, and you can literally, for the next few months anyways, watch eggs hatching live, 24 hours a day. Basically, let me give you the breakdown. We have a tub here, but we want it to be insulated. Even though these eggs are at the end of their hatch, they still need some temperature and humidity. So we're gonna go ahead and sandwich them with a little bit of styrofoam. We'll put a heat pad on a thermostat underneath here just to kind of keep the temperature and stuff like that. I have a lid here that is gonna have lights on it, so when I put it on, the actual thing will be lit up. I'm gonna then cut a hole here and put a piece of plexiglass on top of it. The camera will shoot down through this. You'll be able to see in here, but then when the babies crawl out of their thing, they can't get out of this tub. Make sense? I'm pretty excited about it. It's been something I've been thinking about for, to be totally honest with you, well over a year. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Start getting the styrofoam wrapped around this and get it going.
Look at all these babies. These guys I collected about 60 days ago. It takes about 60 days at the temperature that we're incubating them for them to hatch. I got a ton of them. I got a setup today. Maybe you'll check back later. I'll show you a cool one or two.
And so that's basically it. We just have kind of a makeshift kind of cooler like this. Again, we'll put a heat source on the bottom with the thermostat to keep this hopefully, you know, upper 80s, because again, in the last couple days they can drop a little bit. As a matter of fact, when pythons curl around eggs, the last couple days they uncoil to let air get in, which drops the temperature, oftentimes triggering snake eggs to hatch. So I'm not worried about being 88 or 90, but as long as it's like 86 degrees or something like that, it's really good. Again, we have the top here. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut a hole in the top right here, put a piece of plexiglass on. This goes down here like this. We'll have the lights on, and you can actually see into the egg box right there and watch these babies hatch. So, all right. That's about it. Pretty simple, huh? Well, kind of simple. So again, I'm going to put a link in the description, and the first egg cam will be live today. And there actually was one more clutch. This is actually a het scaleless corn snake female. This is the second clutch. Going to go ahead and set her down right here. And she was actually bred to this particular male right here. Absolutely beautiful scaleless snow corn snake right there. So on average, these would be half scaleless snows and half double het scaleless snows. Looks like we've got 4 good eggs in here, much like most of the second clutches this time of year. A bunch of slugs, no big deal. We got 4 good eggs, we got 4 slugs, not too bad. Mama looks like she's in pretty good shape, so she did really good. We'll go ahead, get her shed out of here, get her all set up, cleaned up, and ready to go. And like I mentioned before, she is done for the year. She's just gonna go ahead and get settled in and get ready for brumation. We'll feed her up, get her nice and fat, and then she'll be ready to sleep for the winter. And that usually happens about November time. So 4 good eggs, 4 slugs, and that does wrap up Colubrid eggs for the day. We had a pretty interesting thing happen. What exactly went down here, Jessica?
So these are some of our gargoyle females that we haven't paired yet with a male, and one of them laid eggs.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they actually look like they have little embryos in them. So
Yeah, so there's something that's called Parthenogenesis, and it happens often in reptiles. You know, it's not common, but it does happen. And you can see there's 2 little eggs right there.
it's nice and pink in there.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's actually little embryos, which means that these are fertilized without a dad. That's what parthenogenesis is. So basically, they're like little clones of themselves, right? And it doesn't happen super often, but it's pretty cool. We've only had it happen a couple times, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I've heard of it happening a lot with cresties, but never with gargoyles, so that's pretty cool. I will say they have a little bit of a lower hatch rate. Sometimes they don't always like make it all the way through incubation, but we'll see how it goes. It'll be really cool if they do hatch out.
Absolutely, that's really cool. I'll keep you guys updated. And speaking about updating, we already are doing the Eric and Noah tours next door. Well, we just launched Jessica and Bruce. So if you guys want to hang out with Jessica and Bruce, and they'll talk about geckos and they'll talk about cool animals, stuff like that, link in the description. If you want to book a tour at the Reptarium with Jessica and Bruce, please go check that out. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fun. And there'll be some new exciting stuff coming up too, right?
There's going to be an awesome room in the basement.
That's right.
Be exclusive to my tour.
Exclusive to Jessica's tour, the basement gecko room. So again, link in the description. What's your name? It's good to meet you, brother. How are you? Good to meet you too. How are you doing?
Do I have to do all of this, Nico?
You doing all right?
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're so kind.
Okay, we were here at the Reptarium. We just opened up, so I'm just going to hang out with the people. Looks like we're having a good time here tonight. I'll go ahead and shut it down, just kind of enjoy myself tonight if you guys don't mind. Have a wonderful day. I love your beautiful faces. Be kind to someone. And I promise I'll see you guys tomorrow. you.